Hello YouTube, Wes here checking in with a brand new episode of Movie Time with Wes. Welcome back to the show. It's been quite a while since I have shot an episode of this show. Actually, the last one I uploaded, episode 4, actually recorded way back in February before the lockdown happened. So it's been a while since I've actually shot one of these videos, and ever since things started opening back up, I've been picking up a lot of movies. I picked up a lot of movies sort of online and whatnot during lockdown as well, so got a lot to talk about here. Once again, I need to try to do these more like once a month from now on, just to try to keep the totals from being too high, but we're just going to go ahead and work through this, try to get through this as fast as we can. So without further ado, first off, I'm going to start by talking about the movies we watched in the past couple of months, some of the movies we watched anyway in the past couple of months. I'll let you know what I thought of them, let you know whether there's something I think you should check out if you haven't already. First one we got here is a Blu-ray release of the classic Kung Fu gangster kind of movie, Dolomite from 1973, I think is when this was released. Rudy Ray Moore. Just a fun movie. I mean, it's not serious. Don't try to take it seriously. It's meant to be a fun movie, a fun action comedy, kind of cool movie just to have fun and enjoy. And yeah, this was a whole lot of fun, and I had not seen it before, so I was glad to be able to pick this up on Blu-ray and check it out. It's an enjoyable movie, funny and fun and just a good time. Okay, the next one I have to talk about is the Joker movie that came out, I guess it was last year. Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro. When this movie came out, it got a whole lot of hype, and I was like, there's no way this movie is this good. It got Oscar nominations and all this amazing stuff. I'm like, there's no way this movie is that great. You know, it's a Joker movie. It's another Joker movie. We've had a million Joker, Batman and Joker movies before, but this is not. While it is a movie about the Joker, it's not really a superhero kind of movie. I kind of have mixed feelings on this one. While yes, it is very good, I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's Oscar worthy. It doesn't go do anything new or different that hasn't been done before. It's just a really well done, well acted, well written, well shot movie. But beyond that, it didn't really. It's good, but it's not amazing, I guess are my thoughts on it. But that was another one. This was a pickup and a watch, as well as the Dolomite was a pickup and a watch in the past couple months as well. I think most of these are going to be that situation. Next one, the Jordan Peele movie, Get Out. Another one that got a lot of hype. I hadn't seen it before, finally got around to watching this movie. Another one I thought was a little bit overhyped. I found this movie very predictable, and it's not like I had it spoiled for me. I just I saw where things were going, and it was an enjoyable movie to watch, and it was fun to sort of see how things sort of played out. But it's kind of a mixed bag for me again. It's a good movie. It's enjoyable, but not an amazing piece of cinematography. Alright, next up we got Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder, and I picked this up on 4K. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, and it was fun just to revisit it and see it in 4K. And not much needs to be said about this. It's just sort of a fantasy NASCAR movie, and just a fun ride. And I definitely enjoyed watching this movie. And again, nothing great as far as cinematography or nothing that's going to change the world. Just a fun movie, an enjoyable movie, and glad to have picked that one up. Get that upgraded into 4K now. Next up, this is not a pickup. This is something I had before. A pickup in one of my past episodes, though. The surfing documentary, Thicker Than Water. This was a really fun watch. Very just chill, great music and surfing, and it's all about the surfing lifestyle and the brotherhood of it, and how everybody just is friendly, and how you make friendships and stuff, and being a surfer. And as I said before, I'm not a surfer. I've tried it. I don't really care for it, but I don't even really care for going to the beach, even though I live in Florida. But it's I enjoy watching surfers, and yeah, it was really enjoyable to watch this. So check this out if you can. Thicker Than Water, great documentary. Not real long; it's only about an hour long, and really enjoyable. Great music, great footage, and yeah, just a good vibe. So something definitely to sort of relax to and chill out to, and gives you a good feeling. All right, next up, Michael J. Fox movie Doc Hollywood. Warner Archives release. This was recently released on Blu-ray. A movie that was shot right here in my area. Several of the scenes were shot in my parents' neighborhood. The exterior of one of the houses was a house in our neighborhood, and then that same house, the interior, was somebody else's house in the movie. So it's kind of one house plays two different houses in the movie. But yeah, just a fun Michael J. Fox movie. You know, he's an ER surgeon. He's gets a job in a plastic surgery in California. So he's jet, and he's going to head out to California, and gets lost in this small town and gets stuck there, and his car's wrecked, and he has to pay back what he owes as far as the damage he caused by being the town's doctor. And it's just a sort of fun, heartwarming kind of movie. And this is more nostalgic for me than because it's shot. I watched some of the filming of this movie, and I know all the places where this movie was filmed. So just a nostalgic, fun kind of movie, and it's a good Michael J. Fox movie if you like his stuff. Next up, we got the third in the Bad Boys. Right now it's a trilogy, but from what I hear, they're going to do another one. So this is Bad Boys for Life. It's been a while since we had a Bad Boys movie. I'm a big fan of the Bad Boys series. Love number 1. Number 2 was even bigger. This one, while it was fun to revisit, the Bad Boys world, I felt it kind of didn't. It lost some of its funness for me. As far as I loved how in especially the second movie, how they really used a lot of locations in Miami and really showed how the cultural diversity of Miami is. This movie, it didn't really have much of a Miami feel. It felt like it could have been anywhere kind of thing. So it was a bit of a letdown for me. I wanted to see more of Miami, and this just it had some. I mean, there was some stuff that was obviously Miami, but overall, it's kind of another ho-hum kind of movie for me. I enjoyed it, didn't love it. I still think number 2 is my favorite. But I'll stick with it. If they make another one, I'll watch it again. I'm invested in this series, and it's a fun movie series, and I enjoyed seeing this. All right, next up, a very controversial one, but one I actually liked quite a bit, and that is the movie Cats. Of course, the Broadway musical turned into a movie, even though it's basically the musical shot as a movie kind of thing. Some bigger, more expansive sets, but it still has that sort of set feel to it. It's not like a live action kind of Cats movie or anything. It's just sort of an expanded set kind of feel to it. It's Cats. They don't stray too far from the original. Add in a new song by Taylor Swift, and a good story, a fun one, and one I know, and I enjoyed seeing this. It was enjoyable to see this. So, yeah, I didn't think it was so bad at all. Got horrible reviews. It's Cats. It's good. I don't know. If you like Cats, you'll like this. If you didn't like Cats before, you probably won't like it now. I guess that's the best way I can put that. All right, next up, another one that got a lot of hype this year. The movie 1917 Sam Mendes film. Sort of a gimmick of a film, in my opinion. They did this thing where they shot it like it was all one take. So whenever they have to cut, they will pass the camera like through a doorway or something to create a cut, or pass it in front of a tree stump or something, a tree trunk to get a cut. Various ways they can use to create cut points in the movie. But it's basically you're pre-editing a movie as you shoot it, so you're shooting it to get the shot, and then once you have the shot, it's just a matter of stitching them together, and there's not really much to do in the editing room. So it's neat. It's been done before, I think, maybe not on this scale, but it's something that's been done before. I don't think it necessarily added anything to the movie. I mean, I think this movie would have been better with some cuts and some different angles. Yeah, I don't think that sort of gimmicky single shot kind of thing added anything to this movie. That being said, it's a good movie. It's a good story. It gets a little bit sort of hokey near the end there, not quite believable. But it is based on some stories that some soldiers told, so there's a bit of embellishment that always happens in that kind of thing. It was enjoyable. I don't necessarily think it's that great as far as the way they sort of decided to make it all one take kind of look to it. So yeah, that's the movie 1917. Another one I'm kind of ho-hum on. Didn't hate it. Didn't really think it was that amazing. Next one, another war movie. This is World War II. This is the movie Midway. All about the Battle of Midway. This is a Roland Emmerich movie. Pretty good. Again, kind of ho-hum on this one. It was an enjoyable watch. A fun time, or not a fun time, but it was an enjoyable watch. And yeah, I kind of don't have much to say about it, really. I mean, it's just, if you're into war kind of movies, it's one of the more modern ones. It has some nice special effects to it. The sound on this one is kind of weird. It not really well done as far as the sound. But otherwise, it's an okay movie. Just, not great. And then the last of the ones we watched that I have to talk about for right now is It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I really wasn't sure what I was going to get going into this, as a lot of people have said. Going into it, I thought, this is a Mr. Rogers movie about Mr. Rogers, and it sort of is, but it sort of isn't. It's about this writer who has to write a story about Mr. Rogers, and he's not really a fan, and it's a true story. And over time, over the period of the time he's doing the interviews to sort of get the story, he sort of realizes more and more what kind of person Mr. Rogers is, and he's the real deal, and he's not some sort of character that he plays on TV or anything. So yeah, just a good sort of, it gives you that warm and fuzzy feeling, especially if you grew up with Mr. Rogers like I did. Just a good movie, and Tom Hanks did an excellent job. I was really worried about that, but there was, at the beginning I was like, this doesn't feel right, and then maybe 15-20 minutes in, I just sort of forgot about that, and he was Mr. Rogers. So it was awesome in that respect, and I was really worried about it just feeling hokey because I spent so much time growing up watching Mr. Rogers. But no, I think Tom Hanks really nailed it in this movie, and a really well done movie, well told story, and definitely loved watching this. So that is the last of the movies I have sort of basic reviews of. And next we're just going to go through and I'll show you the things I've picked up in the last 4 or 5 months at this point. As I said, quite a bit. First one here, I got this, I believe it's a Hulu series called Looking for Alaska, based on the John Green movie, or John Green book, not movie. I just decided I wanted to check this out, and picked up the series on DVD. I don't think it's on Blu-ray. Picked up the 45th anniversary edition of Jaws in 4K. Have not had the chance to watch this yet, just got it about a week ago. Comes in a nice booklet that has, photos and notes about the art, the actors and the different scenes and whatnot. There's the disc itself. Digital code and Blu-ray and 4K. And of course the cool lenticular 3D cover, which I really, really like. So added that to the collection. Watch that pretty soon here. It's officially summertime now, so we can... it's officially summertime when I'm shooting this. Who knows when you'll see it. Watch this and then not go to the beach, I guess. And another 4K Tom Cruise movie, Top Gun. Goes along pretty well with Days of Thunder that I showed earlier. And another one I've bought on pretty much every format at this point. And hopefully 4K will be the last, because it's good enough here, where you're getting well far above the resolution of the film. So, but yeah, just a classic Tom Cruise movie, and not sure, sort of half-heartedly looking forward to the new one. Don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, this is a classic and a fun movie, and it'll be fun to rewatch. And another excellent movie from last year, and we actually saw this in theaters not too long before it came out for purchase, so haven't watched this yet. But it's getting about time we're ready to watch it. But that is the Ford versus Ferrari Carroll Shelby movie with Matt Damon and Christian Bale. This is a nice Target deluxe edition that they created. Excellent movie. Another one I wasn't sure how well it was gonna be done. I was kind of worried. I was like, I don't know. A lot of times car movies, they just get them wrong. They get the car stuff wrong a lot, and this was done really well. They really got things correct. Not a lot of special effects. It's very realistic feeling, very good. Excellent movie. So Ford versus Ferrari is highly recommended from me. Definitely a very good movie. Very long, but very realistic, very good, and yeah, definitely one I want to own. Alright, so this next pile I will talk about is a huge stack of movies I found all at one Goodwill on one day, very shortly after they opened back up, and yeah, it was, if you caught that, there's a bunch of Criterions in here, and they're still sealed, Criterion Blu-rays at Goodwill, and that's how lucky I was. Just a killer find. I paid about $30 for this whole stack, so a really good deal. So we'll go ahead and get into it. First one I got here is a documentary about the Everglades titled Water's Journey. Being a Floridian and being into nature and wildlife photography and whatnot, I do enjoy documentaries related to Florida and nature and stuff, so I wanted to grab that. Picked up the movie Prefontaine, which I have not... actually, I have seen, but I do not own. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm looking forward to seeing that again. Here's a classic movie, Funny Girl. Barbra Streisand and Omar Sharif. Weird Science on Blu-ray. If I ever have seen that, I don't remember seeing it. Here's a cool one, Hello Dolly, Blu-ray. Here's one that was on my wish list, so I was really glad to find this one. And it's pretty expensive for whatever reason, but I guess it's fairly rare on Blu-ray, but the movie Wild Wild West. Kenneth Branagh and Will Smith. I love this movie. It's so fun. It's such a fun movie, and I'm glad to have this. Next one's here. Okay, we got Aqua Teen Hunger Force Volume 2 and Aqua Teen Hunger Force Volume 4. I just grabbed these because they were along with the others, and I thought I'll give them a try. Not real expensive to pick these up. My husband says I'm going to hate this show, but we'll see. I'll check it out anyway. If I don't like it, I'll trade it in or resell it or whatever. Next up, here's a really good one. The documentary to the movie Scratch, or the documentary movie Scratch, all about DJing, hip-hop culture. The deluxe edition, 2 discs, lots of bonus features on here. Awesome documentary. Yeah, definitely glad to have found that one. I have seen this one before. I checked it out from the library years ago, but it's nice to own this one. This looks like a HBO TV series titled Angry Boys. Another one I don't know anything about. Went ahead and picked it up. We got Afro Samurai and Murder Sessions on Blu-ray. The Prometheus 4-disc collector's edition. City of God, still sealed. Here we go. We're getting into the Criterions now. All right, here, just this first one for $30 would have been a killer steal. But it's a Criterion 7 Samurai on Blu-ray, still factory sealed. Yeah, that you can't beat that in a Goodwill. It's just crazy. It's Christopher Walken, King of New York movie. Kurosawa duo of movies, Yojimbo and Sanjuro. 2 Blu-ray movies there on one pack. That one is open. And then we got the Samurai Trilogy by Hiroshi Inagaki. So somebody was definitely into some samurai movies and picked them up on Criterion Collection and never watched them for whatever reason, and then donated them to Goodwill. So whatever, their loss is my gain. This one, just the cover, I had to grab it. Yeah, this is pretty weird. Space Battleship Yamato. It's got this, looks like a sailing, or not, an ocean-going ship that's in space, that's shaped like a shark, and who knows what's going on there. Pretty crazy. Got the Godfather Collection 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on Blu-ray, another one that was on my wish list. Another one from my Michael Cera collection, so that was a cool find. I was glad to pick that one up. Alright, and that was it for that one-day haul from Goodwill. These other ones are from various places, various thrift stores, not garage sales, but flea markets, whatever, over the past couple of months. Nicolas Cage, Nicole Kidman Trespass movie. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking this was the older movie Trespass. But yeah, this is not that same movie, but this is a newer movie. Picked that up on Blu-ray. Here's one that I had on Blu-ray and sold it, and now I've gotten it again because it was inexpensive to pick up. A movie I have issues with because it has some twisting of the facts, I guess is the best way to put it. Because it was made by the people it's based on, it's not real factual. It's an enjoyable movie, but don't take this as being the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth kind of thing. This one just looked weird. It's got Michael Parks, Justin Long, Haley Joel Osment, and Genesis Rodriguez in a movie called Tusk. Yeah, just, I don't know. Crazy movie. If you've seen it, let me know. Here's a cool one I've been wanting to get. This is the Jimi Hendrix movie they made in mid-70s sometime, 73. I have the soundtrack to this on vinyl, but it'll be cool to see the actual movie. Adam and Steve, Blu-ray, or not Blu-ray, on DVD. This is an old Blockbuster copy. And got a couple after-school special collections, 1974 through 76 and 1976 through 77. So each set has 4 after-school special movies in them. I think they're 2 disc sets, so 2 movies on each disc. So yeah, it'll be fun to see these. I probably haven't seen any of these movies since they're from the 70s. Yeah, but I check those out. I got the Bad News Bears in Breaking Training, and we got Date Movie, another one that's a blockbuster. This next stack is a small stack from Dollar Tree that I got in, I'm trying to think of when this was. It probably would have been February sometime, but I didn't find very many. I went into a Dollar Tree and they maybe had 25, 30 movies, and this is what I picked out. I did get this 2 Days in New York that I've seen some other people finding. I picked up White Bird in a Blizzard. Bad Milo, A Place at the Table, and Angel in the House. Alright, next up we got a Criterion DVD of Life Aquatic, Criterion Collection on Blu-ray, or on DVD, I'm sorry. A Christmas Story 2, Birdman, Guinevere. Here's a Hollywood video one. This is Breakfast on Pluto. And around here, Hollywood Video lasted a lot longer than Blockbuster. We were one of the first areas that Blockbuster closed in, so they closed a long time ago around here. And Hollywood Video went on for a while longer. Got Raising Helen, The Spectacular Now, The Man in the Moon with Reese Witherspoon. A sealed copy of Gone with the Wind. I thought about flipping this since it's going for crazy money online right now. It Runs in the Family with Michael Douglas and Kirk Douglas. I don't think I've seen that one before. And the classic Hitchcock movie North by Northwest. Alright, next up I got another stack here from Dollar Tree. I don't remember when these were from. These might have been from March or April. First one we got here is Season 5 of Top Gear USA. I'm trying to get all the Top Gear ones I can get. I'm having trouble finding them really. When I go to the stores, I'm just not really finding a lot of the Top Gear ones, even though I see them in people's videos. But yeah, got that one. And I like Top Gear USA okay. Yeah, it's not the original Top Gear 3 guys, but it's still pretty good. Recently talked about Death Race 2000 in one of my videos, and here is the sequel, Death Race 2050, Roger Corman movie. This movie, Prince Avalanche. Sort of a sci-fi looking movie, real live. This is the UK version, but not the original guys. Top Gear, BBC's Top Gear Season 23. Which I've not watched any of those yet, so those will all be new to me. This is Greta Gerwig and Lola Versus on Blu-ray. And then the last of the Dollar Tree ones here, we got Atomica. Did see a bunch of people picking that one up. Got that one. Alright, getting back into some more thrift store movies. AC/DC, No Bull, the director's cut. I always like concert DVDs, so grab that one. Wow, yeah, these are going back to a trip we took down to Mount Dora late February, so that's when these are from. The documentary Small Town Gay Bar, great documentary. I have seen this before. This is a sealed copy I found in a Goodwill down in Mount Dora. So I went ahead and grabbed that just to have it, just to own it. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I'll watch it again at some point. Melissa McCarthy, Life of the Party. Mickey Rooney in Big Wheel. I always like auto racing, car-related movies, so thought I'd give this one a try. Very old movie. See what that's all about. The Disney movie Tron, which I really liked, especially the soundtrack, done by Daft Punk, so I definitely wanted to own this. This was another one that was on my wish list, and I just hadn't got around to getting it, but glad to be able to add this one to the collection. It was cool to find it in the wild in a Goodwill. This is one from the Merchant Ivory collection, kind of like a Criterion collection kind of thing, I guess. A movie titled Maurice. Looked like an interesting movie, looked like something I might like. And the movie Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Another one, I have not seen this before, so that'll be fun to dive into. Alright, and here we go, the last stack, and then I'll let you go here. Got another stack. I think these are all from the Goodwill in Ocala. I took a trip down there at some point in March, I think, before they closed. Yeah, I think it was right before everything closed down. Another Criterion here. We got the Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Big, hugely hyped movie. It's been about 10, 12 years ago now at this point. I never saw it, so it'd be cool to see this on Criterion, on Blu-ray as well. Top Gear Series 13, still sealed, so even though I'm not finding Top Gear at the Dollar Tree, I am finding them at Goodwill, or finding at least one at Goodwill, so that was nice to find that. The Virgin Suicides on DVD. The blockbuster one here, Disney's The Book of Pooh. Surprisingly not all scratched up. Harold and Maude. Classic Death Proof here. A while since I've seen that one. And Leonardo DiCaprio, Basketball Diaries, based on the Jim Carroll life story. The movie The Sure Thing. And last but not least, H.B. Heleki's Gone in 60 Seconds Trilogy, Deadline Auto Theft, Gone in 60 Seconds 2, and Slicer. So this has basically 2 movies and then a documentary about H.B. Heleki, who made the original Gone in 60 Seconds. We're not talking anything about that garbage Nicolas Cage movie. This is the original movie made in the 70s, a very guerrilla-style film project that this guy who collected cars, he wanted to make a movie, so he just bankrolled this movie to be made. They did a lot of filming just off the cuff on real streets, didn't close the streets down, just started shooting, and it's pretty awesome. The original movie is pretty awesome. I have not seen these 2 just yet, but I'm looking forward to checking them out. It was a really cool find, and this was a find at Second and Charles. I was really happy to find this. It was $2, so it was a killer find. So yeah, that does it for this. What's going to be another long Blu-ray DVD 4K update. Movie Time with Wes, episode 5. I guess we're on now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll come back at you with another one of these in August sometime, I guess. Be the next time I'll do this. I try to do these more like once a month now. I've already got a few new movies that I picked up in the last week or so that I'll put into that episode. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments about any of these movies you saw here today, let me know down in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, give me a like. Subscribe if you aren't already, and you can be kept up to date with future episodes that I drop. I do a lot of things. I talk about vinyl records here. I talk about movies, other stuff that interests me. I think you might like it. So thanks a lot. Have a great day, great night. See you at the movies.